All right.
Oh, yes.
Now we're
Nice,
live.
nice.
There we go.
So we just need to check the audio's okay, right?
Yeah.
Is it live?
And I need my jam, which I set over here. Yep, you're live.
I've got mine.
You're sitting there.
Right, I'm going to pull it up. See, we should get a notification.
I'll check.
We have thumbnails. Yeah, we have thumbnails.
There we are. Watch live now.
All right. Welcome,
Hello.
everybody.
Whiskey
We're
folk.
at Katie's bar.
Well, oh, that's nice.
At the we are at the Bridge End Hotel and Restaurant in Beaumont. We've had a good time so far. We got to Islay yesterday. Went to Ardbeg. Went to Boonahaven today and Machier Bay.
Right, the actual bay.
Yep.
Yeah, which is cool. We
And
were
that's-
at Kilhoman
that's
where we
about it.
ate.
That's the
but
job
yeah.
done, right?
Right. It was a good day. It was relaxing. It was nice.
You know what we can't see doing this is the comments.
I can.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
So I'll,
Alright,
He's
I'll
got
read
it.
the
He's
comments.
muted it.
And Bill's gone.
And
Bill's
he's
on
checking our
standby.
video. We've got our video checker.
Yeah, so we stopped by the hotel, this hotel tonight. This isn't where we're staying.
But it seems nice.
We went into the bar, we ordered a beer.
And found
Just at the
out
end of the day, we happened to check the Wi-Fi,
Yes.
and it was rocking. So we
really
said,
good.
Let's go.
Yeah, because where we're at, it's like dial-up.
yeah, yeah.
Well, we stayed here. We had dinner here. We had a really nice dinner.
Yeah.
This is the Bridge End Hotel. So many of you that's already been to Islay will know this place. We do good food here. We've got a decent whiskey bar going on.
Right.
Nice
Very
staff
good.
and things like that. And obviously, awesome Wi-Fi.
Although they
right?
ran out of the steak pie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beef and ale pie gone.
Beef I was gone, but that's all right. We had lamb shank.
Yeah.
Shank of lamb.
Yeah, that was good too.
And fish and chips.
Yeah.
But the
fish
problem,
and
the
chips.
problem that we've had is that obviously it's Islay, so everywhere we go, data is always going to be a problem. And even the places that have 4G, they say that it's got 4G, but we try it out and it's not really 4G. It's just like it's tough to stay connected, and when we do get connected, all these notifications come flooding in, and then we start to reply to them, and it dies. And it's so if anybody's ever been here, they'll know what it's like, and it gone dark.
And-
Keith, Malted Man Cave.
Ooh. Ding, 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 ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding,
Go
ding.
Keith. There is a
Is
chance.
that $20?
Yep. There is a chance
Keith.
that somebody could start watching Netflix. It shouldn't mess with us, but if we start to lag,
Yeah,
let
there's
us know.
a chance it could just die. What's the
Yeah.
audio like, guys? Does the audio sound good?
Yeah, we're having our sound guy check, but put some comments in. We're going to have the occasional vehicle come by.
Yep.
And thanks again, Keith.
Will I do a bit of a roll call?
Sure.
Do it.
We've got a Whiskey Journey is in, Stevie is in, Raster, Jason Whiskey Wise, Gregor, Michael Johnson, Luna Aaron, Donald Rance,
I
Malted
think you
Man
should
Cave,
randomly skip one person.
Jay Chung, Mikey Hay, Matt Bailey, Go Habs, Kilton Moose Scott, DJ Beacon, Andreas Toft, Carl Van Wallingham, Tony Evans, Castmate Claire the Third,
I like how you said Walligan.
Vallingham.
Walligan.
Walligan. He even had me practice.
Walligan.
It's a
Him and his
W.
wife, Ann.
Wallingham. Carl, I apologise if I've got it wrong, big guy, but I
Oh
know
no,
you
I
probably
think you
don't
got
take it.
way closer than me.
And I'll say we've just had another virtual Dramin from
So DK
Andreas Toft. Thank you so much, Andreas.
Oh,
no,
no. 89
Andreas gave you
DKK.
89.
That's Danish krona.
Danish krona. Beautiful.
That's like 15,
Frank
$20.
Lampard is in. Good to see you, Frank. Pimple and Blotch. Good to see you, Graham. Hi Hildering. Radek is in. Wow, there's lots of people in, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We're
Lots of people
close
in.
enough. We could be even a little closer, but we're all right.
Whiskey Ace is saying if Ralphie shows up, I might faint. Come on,
Huh?
Ralph. And
Faint,
you come.
Come
Come on.
on. No, Ralph's not here.
Well, we wanted a little bit of the
Ralph's at the
background,
bar. He's hanging out at the bar.
Another virtual dram came in.
From the
Hey.
boys at
Scotch for Dummies.
Scotch for Dummies. Sorry, hard
Ding,
to-
ding,
hard-
ding, 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 ding. Nice, guys.
Cowbell, cowbell.
A couple of those guys have been. Who was it? Drew and Mark that came over years ago. A couple of years ago.
They've never been to
No,
Ireland.
just with you.
But to Scotland.
They were in Scotland.
Right.
Mark and Drew.
Edinburgh.
joined me in
They were at
Scotland.
Edinburgh with you.
Yep, they've sampled Aquavite hospitality in the past.
Beautiful.
Just need to refresh this now.
I will tell you. So we were at Boonahaven today.
Yeah.
You cannot describe what it's like there.
So you should stop.
That's it.
That's it. Done.
You can't. You know, I've heard people describe, and even just Isla, the scenery that we've seen since we left Roy's house. We drove to the ferry in, where's it at? Is it Campbelltown?
No, so we drove from Glasgow, we drove up past Loch Lomond and across to Kennacraig to take the ferry into Port Ellen.
Yeah.
So lots of people will know that journey already.
Beautiful scenery there. We were kind of socked in with fog, as they would say.
Yeah, it was grey, it was rainy, and grey,
but
right?
I can still
You
tell.
say socked in?
No.
They don't say that.
That's a Band's
Kansas.
Brothers quote. Socked in with fog, there'll be no jump tonight.
We didn't get many pictures, we
that
couldn't shoot much video, it was just grey.
When you said
and
as
wet.
they say, I was like, wow. And then
Socked in
I
with
checked,
fog.
and
Anyway.
they don't say it. You're getting ready to talk about the sound of Jura.
Yeah.
Can I just put a
Well-
can I put a thanks out to Luna Aaron,
Yes.
who's saying who's given us a virtual dram.
Very
and said,
nice. Ding,
Have
ding,
a
ding.
nice one.
Wow.
Thank you, Luna.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you. Thanks, Luna. Yeah, so well, here's the deal. Let
Rasta
me-
is asking for a summary so far, which is
Right.
pretty much what Scott started.
Right, we're
today,
doing
right?
that right now. So even though you said you couldn't describe it with words, let me put it in what you did instead of what you say.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at Bunnahabhain. We're looking out at the Sound of Jura. It's gorgeous. It's flanked by mountains or ridges on either side, and Bill and Scott and I wandered off to the edge, really left the Bunnahabhain property. You were taking a few photos, and we were just kind of there. And you even came up and said, I don't want to rush this. We need to stay here as long as we feel we need to. And I said, I agree 100%. And we just took it relaxed and easy. Today has been relaxed and easy.
Bird Dog quickly. Bird
Oh,
Dog
yes.
2017 is saying a stone wall, 3 hats, and 3 gentlemen looking good sent across a virtual dram.
Oh,
Thank you,
virtual
Bird Dog.
welcome, Bird Dog.
Ding, 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 ding. Thanks, Bird Dog.
So then Roy takes us out, and I wasn't sure what to expect at, it's Makir Bay, right? Am I saying that right? Makir?
So we stopped at Kilholman quickly.
We did. We had to eat, which was good. Actually, wonderful food. We've had wonderful food everywhere we've gone.
Mm-hmm.
But why don't you say then where you lead us to?
So, I kind of what's nice to do, and I witnessed the transition happening with these guys. You know, we were really high on adrenaline after the tasting on Saturday. It was fantastic. Really early rise on Sunday morning. We were really tired, right? And very minimal sleep. But we make our way over to Kennacraig, and the landscape starts to have that effect, right? And then we go around a couple of distilleries and things. And we wake up this morning pretty refreshed, honestly, right?
Very much.
Yep.
We were very well behaved last night, very refreshed this morning. Bunnahabhain just sucked the stress right out of us, right?
Oh, yeah.
In
Definitely.
fact, we had an hour's tour booked and an hour's warehousing, so I thought we'll be done by noon, lunchtime. We can go get something to eat somewhere. And what were your words?
I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'll
Let's just stay here.
Yeah.
just stay here, thanks.
Stay here.
The warehouse tour was really quite disarming, right? The whiskies they were pouring for us,
Yes.
straight from the cask, really delicious
Warehouse
stuff.
Now they
nine,
Warehouse
Warehouse
9
9.
tour. You get to
Warehouse
go into
9, yeah.
warehouse number 9. Although the tour guide pointed out they only have 6 warehouses.
Yeah, but somehow that one's 9.
This one's number 9, but you get to taste all cask strength pulls right from the casks
Right.
in the warehouse.
They even use they had to suck in.
The Valence, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
The
balance.
siphon technique on the Valence,
I didn't
right?
do
So
the siphon. I was doing the thumb, and they were like, "That'll take us all day. You do it like that."
Big Dog is sending a virtual dram as well, saying you're all looking good in all your hats.
Ooh, wow! Thank you.
Thanks,
thank
Big
you.
Dog.
I didn't realise we had
Ding,
all
ding,
wearing
ding, ding,
hats.
ding, ding.
Yeah, I love the hats. Yeah, we got all different.
Bart's hat
styles.
has been getting a lot of
been a
attention.
hit. The hat has been a hit.
It's almost a picture thing. Where people come up
was
and want a
almost
picture in
yeah,
a hat.
well, they do. I was kind of tired of bringing it because I can't pack it in the luggage; it'll get destroyed. So I've been having to wear it.
One
And-
question that we normally get here that we haven't had at all: where are you guys from?
They know.
We've not
They
had-
see me and they're like, "Who's that tall freak with the freakish hat? What's he doing?" I do not have a manga shirt on. I didn't want to go for the trifecta, and it would have been covered up anyway. Roy told us how to properly dress here. Couple layers. You can layer
right.
on, you can layer off. like a little fleece, and then have something to block the wind and maybe the rain. But it was a gorgeous day.
Virtual dram sent across from Toon Van Rouge. He sent across a virtual dram saying, guys, enjoy the rest of the week across our side of the pond.
All right.
Very nice.
Thank you, Toon. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, wonderful.
Ding, 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 ding. But no, from landing, at Port Ellen, give this truck a second.
No, you call it a lorry. Is that a lorry?
Lorry, a truck.
That's a lorry.
All right.
I don't want to call them trucks here.
Landed at Port Ellen in the drive. We went to Ardbeg. We had an afternoon tour yesterday. The drive there, the drive from Ardbeg to Beaumont.
Well, we had a wonderful interview with Jackie. It was great. We'll have more on that later.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
We got looked after at Ardbeg, actually.
Yeah.
That was nice. They didn't need to do that. But they found out that we were coming, obviously, and they wanted just to kind of spend a bit of time talking to us, which was really nice. So we went down and sat in the pier. Got some nice
Wonderful
shots.
time with
Yeah.
Jackie on the pier.
Yeah.
Wonderful time.
And today at Boonhaven, same thing, sat on the pier with Billy, their tour, or
Visitor
the
center manager, yeah.
visitor center
Yep,
manager.
Visitor center manager. It was a
Same
little
great
windier.
time.
I was afraid the hat would fly into the sound. It did not, but I was nervous. So, and then so Macure Bay. Why don't
V-Rich
you mention
just sent across a very generous virtual dram, and he's saying, hi guys, hello all.
who again?
Thank
I
you,
missed
Rich.
it.
V-Rich.
V-Rich.
Thanks,
Ding,
V-Rich.
ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding.
That was a weird one. I don't know why I went all.
You're excited about V-Rich?
Yeah, I got
Good,
excited.
right?
Yeah, thank you, V-Rich. You got a special Lolo thing.
Okay, Nana Green Cleaning as well, Craig, my brother.
Oh, hey!
Sends
Nice
a virtual
tuning
dram
in.
saying,
Thank
enjoy,
you.
gents. Wish it was me.
You got a cool color too. You got like a
Oh yeah,
bluish
Nana Green
teal.
gets green, right?
Wow, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Maybe next time you'll be here with us, big guy. Eh?
There you go.
Robert Licorice has sent across a virtual dram as well. No comment, Robert, but we know who you are, big guy. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's right.
We've been talking about it.
Yeah. Iron
We
Root.
got 158 in and another.
Republic.
Wow.
Wow.
That many
Alright.
people don't have anything to do on Monday afternoon.
No, this is better.
Right.
This is better. Yeah, it's Monday. We're breaking up the day.
Yeah.
And actually, we had thought, we got a couple cars going by here.
Look at that.
How's the
Uh,
sound bill when the traffic passes?
What the heck is going
somebody
on?
likes the Scotch
Bill's
It
tied in.
Aqua Vitae.
He'll get that later.
Yeah.
All right, so we just drive on.
What was I saying?
How good I am.
Where was I at?
You
I
again,
don't remember.
You
I
said
think it's-
brunching's been phenomenal, I believe, is where you were headed. You're like, Bart's been a joy to be around.
How's our sound? Good? Right, okay. there we go.
Well, you're,
The
he's
traffic's okay,
stunned.
right?
I'm not helping him. He's trying to track back into where he was, and you're not even like, where were you? I don't know where you were going.
He's just more relaxed than he normally is,
we
right?
were good. He is, but I also know him. He wants to remember where he was in his sentence.
I'm
before
trying to
the-
think of it right now.
That looked like a hearse that drove by. I
Somebody
think,
comment, remind me what I was. What
I
did I
think you
start to
felt
say?
like someone stepped on your grave. I think you froze up. I've never seen you well, I saw you freeze once.
The last thing I remember is a super chat from Robert like this.
Yeah. Then you were thrown. We said we've tried it, we talked about it. We're at Boonhaven. Let's circle back. You'll get this. Circle back, Macure Bay.
Well, what?
Oh.
Thank you,
Oh,
Hoyt.
Bill. Hoyt.
Bing,
Hoyt.
bing, 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 bing.
Hoyt. There's some
Said-
people looking at us at the window.
Here's for your nightcap. He's saying, have fun, gents. Thank you, Hoyt, and I'll see
Wow.
you next month in
Cheers.
Scotland, big guy.
There's some amazing nightcaps.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we after we were completely flat chilled. You remember the drive? The drive from
The street is not that busy.
No.
Right, there's literally been no traffic
Yeah,
at all.
sounds right. They're like, hold on, the
Heard you guys
dummies.
going live. They're
The
like,
the
calls
dummies.
went out.
The dummies are on. Hold on, get
Yeah.
that loud muffler car.
We left Boonhaven, and all of us in the car are really in this really relaxed, chilled out state, right? Driving really slowly. We head over to Kilhoman, we get something to eat there, spend a little bit of time at Kilhoman, and then we go out to Macure Bay and we kick off our shoes, pull up our jeans, and I make these guys walk into the Atlantic.
Said pull up. Yeah, he walked us into the Atlantic.
Not relaxing.
Right. We rolled up the jeans,
That was fine.
It was
took off,
fine.
went
Yeah.
barefoot. It was good.
Yeah.
It was
Actually-
bracing.
It was warmer than I expected. But after about 5 seconds, the feet were telling you it's time to get out.
He was like, whoo-hoo, and he tiptoed out.
I was like, oh, this isn't
I
too
went
bad.
deeper,
oh,
baby.
Oh,
I
my.
went
Ooh,
deeper.
Oh, yep, time to go.
Scott was the first to come out.
Yep.
Bart
Bill.
went in a little bit deeper and started
right,
pulling
that's
some.
right.
I don't know if they were yoga or military
Yeah,
poses.
yes. There was a hat removal.
Sriracha?
I think I did
Is
a
it-
bow.
Oh,
I did a bow to you at one point in
oh,
time.
Okay.
super chat.
Oh wow, there's lots coming in actually. Here we go.
Just gave you 5 pounds.
Chilling Ace one.
Tilted Moose just gave you 20 pounds.
Wow, they're flowing in. Let's just ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
Did somebody issue
Let
a
me catch
challenge
up with
or
these
something?
then.
Yep, I don't think we can check.
Chilanis one sent across saying good weather, good whiskey, and good friends. Absolutely, I would say.
Yep,
Absolutely.
cheers to
Cheers
that.
to that.
Love it.
Cheers, Bill.
To Bill.
Cheers.
Bill's helping us out. He's
Why
our
don't you come
sound
in?
guy. You want to pop
Sit
in?
behind. Yeah.
Stay in. You've been our sound guy. Yeah.
Bill helps
I don't know.
out.
What's he doing? Where's he
Bob
going?
Finnegan
Yeah, Bill's been helping
is
out. He's been awesome.
Bob Finnegan sent across
come
super
around the
chat
back.
saying enjoy guys. Cheers,
Yep,
Bob. Thank you
cheers.
so much. And then we've got a kilted moose, none other than Scott
Bill's
Monroe saying
ducking.
Scott, Bart, and Bill.
There you go.
It was great to meet you all on Saturday. Have a wee dram on me, boys. Cheers. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Scott.
Thank you.
Cheers, my friend. And oh my goodness,
Yeah,
can't
he's
keep up.
getting lost
Donald
on him.
Rance is saying cheers from Toronto on a Victoria Day long weekend. Cheers, Donald. Fantastic to have you here, my
Cheers.
friend.
Cheers.
Thank you. More coming in. Jeez.
Yep.
This is from
Oh, you guys are amazing.
70 Hemi B sending across the drum saying Victoria Day holiday here in Ontario, Canada. Finally get to tune into live stream. Well, let's raise a glass for Victoria
Let's
Day.
do it.
I've never heard of Victoria Day, have you?
I think I've heard of
I
it.
think it's
Maybe.
It's a
good.
Canadian
It's
thing.
fantastic that it's there.
Here's to
Happy-
Victoria
cheers,
Day.
Happy Victoria Day to everyone there.
Lovely.
Cheers.
Lovely. Now I have the Port Charlotte 10 here. You and
Bunnahabhain Marsala cask, 13 year.
Bunnahabhain. Yep, Bunnahabhain Marsala. And what did you get?
I have the
Marsala.
Brook Laddie beer barley.
Oh, the beer.
Now this
Ooh,
is the only drink I
BERE.
can have, and I probably can't even finish that because I've got a little drive to
Alright.
get you guys back into Bamore. So let's just mention that actually tonight we're going to go out in Bamore. We promised that we would be there for anyone who's on Islay and wants to make their way to
Because there
Bamore.
are some fans here.
Right, there are, and we'll go to probably. I'm going to suggest the Lochside. We'll start across there.
Okay.
And if it's not right, if we've got a function on or something happens at Lochside and Bamore, we'll maybe just head along the road to Duffy's or the other direction. I forget the one that's round the corner from Lochside.
All right.
Doesn't
We'll be
matter.
right
Or
in there.
perhaps the furthest we're going to go is maybe up to the Bamore Hotel, just a block up from the main strip. But we will be in Bamore tonight, right? We'll just hang out, taking. This is our last night on Islay, of course. We're heading
Right.
out tomorrow.
That's right.
So we'll be in Bamore tonight. Tomorrow morning, nice and early, we'll head down to Lagavulin, and we'll hang around on the south of Islay, where Lefroy and Ardbeg are as well. And we need to catch a lunchtime ferry back to the mainland. So yes, if you're around, come and see us tonight.
Please.
Let's see what else.
Yeah, I got a midgie.
Yeah, the midges come out.
Midgies are coming out.
It's been wind's been blowing
They're
a little
like
bit,
stronger
so they've been,
mosquitoes.
The wind has disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's been your highlights? We talked about this a little bit, right? And I'm fairly certain I know what your highlights are, but I think
Right.
these guys want to know what your highlights are. Let's
Right.
talk about Saturday for a wee minute. Saturday was over in a blur, and it was
That was a great time.
Right. The
Yeah.
Everything-
Yeah, running the
we had
tasting,
a-
signing the wall.
We had a couple hiccups, but
we did.
it went off.
We handled all of them,
handled,
though. We
Went,
just
went
handled
good.
them.
Yeah, there was a few people that I overbooked. There were more people there than we had spaces for. It was fully my fault, and I'd like to shout out my cousin Kevin Grant. I'd like to shout out Sevi the Alchemist and Ben Dietrich, who graciously gave up their spaces at the tasting tables and shared whiskies.
But not their whiskey. We pulled our whiskey off and gave it to them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We shared, so
Right.
we were able to give our whiskies to some
Let's
of those guys.
let's recap the whiskeys.
Wow,
if we remember.
wow, yeah, because we couldn't announce it in advance because it was blind.
Yeah,
right?
we did it blind. We had them. We handed out the drinks. We had them nose them, sip them blind, and then once they got into the drink,
Oh, God.
do what?
His memory's flawless, right? No
Flawless.
Yeah.
I'm
If you
realizing
had me
this
do it,
guy's
he'll hit him in order.
short-term memory, long-term
He'll hit him in
memory.
order. All I'd get out was large Craig barrel proof, and then I'd be like done. I'd be stunned. I'd be like, I forget what something to
It's
Matten.
uncanny. It's uncanny. Tell us, what did we have, Scott? What
Well,
were
Who
Well, we
wants
started
them in
with
order?
Green Spot.
Green
we did?
spot.
That was the calibrated dram, the
Yep.
palette setter upper. Yep.
Yeah, just calibrate the palate, something nice and soft, warming. Then we moved on to Food Quig's donation.
Right.
We did.
Number 2.
The Quig.
I
And
remember this
there's a
one.
fantastic little tribute video coming for Food Quig sometime in the near future. You're going to tickle yourself at that, Food Quig. We don't want to spoil anything, but it was wonderful.
But he donated. Oh, do you want to say what
Can
it
you
is?
say it? Are you?
Oh,
gonna
no,
say it for
yeah,
you?
absolutely.
Okay.
Canadian Club 40
Holy
year.
moly. Look at that. Canadian Club.
Canadian Club 40
They're
year.
asking where we're meeting. What was the main spot?
We're going to go to Lochside in Beaumont.
Okay.
That's going to be our starting off spot. So we're going to go home, dump everything at home. Lochside, Loch. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, the 40-year.
40-year Canadian Club. That was
Right.
the opening salvo for the lineup,
Yes.
right? It was incredible.
Yep. And yet a few people pick it out as 40 plus.
Right. Well, a lot of people did get quite close. Well, what people picked out on that one was that it was grain. Remember?
Yeah.
So many people were able to pick out that there was a grain base going on there. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
And thank you, Food Quig.
Yeah.
Cheers, big guy.
Thanks,
Thank
Food
you.
Quig. Another
Another 20 pounds.
super chat. Nice.
Wow.
Kilted Moose again. No, I had that one. Is that the Moose again? Maybe it's a duplicate. Regardless, it's worth another
Maybe
shout
hit the
out,
button
isn't it,
again.
Scott Martin
Kilted,
Bill.
yep.
It was great to meet you all on Saturday. Have a wee drama, me boys. Cheers.
Thank you.
Scott,
Yeah.
great to meet you.
Blast.
He's
Cheers.
awesome.
He is
Nice,
awesome.
isn't he? All
Yeah.
the guys.
He was their
Yep.
table chieftain.
Yeah, we were talking. Sitting like, where are the idiots? They were all wonderful, wonderful people.
Yeah.
None of them. You just
Yeah,
wanted
it
to
was
hang
great.
out with them all
Midges.
night. And, yeah. But yeah, there were midges everywhere, so we just need to deal with the midges.
do
Swami Malted Montreal sent across a virtual drama and he's saying, "Hope you're enjoying the beautiful weather, fellas." Well, it's,
Very nice.
It's beautiful now.
Yeah, it's been great.
It was,
Thanks, Swami.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
Swami.
Cheers.
Swami.
It was grey yesterday. Cleared up last night. Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Today's been a privilege, a treat, right? So
Right.
it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try and share some pictures and things and.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of video footage. We have not had. That's what I was going to say earlier. We've been wanting to do live streams,
Yeah.
but we just have not had the Wi-Fi strength here anywhere to do it from. So when we saw this at the restaurant, we had to jump on it. So
It's even tough to keep up with comments and things because
yeah, there's so much going on. People posting from the tasting
Right.
and the just a hangout at the Bon Accord Saturday night. And
yeah, and the things that those guys went on to do on the Sunday, going to Clydeside, going to the Douglas Lane thing, going to Glengoyne, and then everybody departing at airports and things like that, and just sharing their experiences.
Let me check my
Really,
battery
really
real
cool.
quick. Dram number 3, signatory Klein leash.
Wow,
Thank you.
yeah.
Very nice.
So, and dram number 3 in the lineup was a signature Klein leash that was given to me from Jess and James Hope. And it was cask 8687, which features in my top 5 video. Those guys know how much the Root Whiskey Rev and I love that whiskey. And they tracked down one of those and gave it to me last year. And I saved it for this tasting and shared it with everyone at the tasting. And it was a delicious Klein leash, wasn't it?
It was
Very good.
Thumbs up.
Do what?
Huh?
Amy pushing for thumbs up.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Amy.
Thanks,
Oh.
Amy. You're awesome. 178 in.
Dram number 4, we brought with us Iron Root Hubris.
The hubris. 100%.
100% corn whiskey.
Whiskey.
29 months old. It floored people.
Yep.
Yeah.
People were surprised.
People were surprised by that. We
were.
had them guessing what region it was from, ABV, how old it was,
Yeah, American, Canadians,
and
Scotch,
like
whatever.
mash bill of
And
them.
it wasn't put in there to trick people, right?
Nope.
No.
The theme was epiphany whiskies, and there were a few people in the room had an epiphany with that Iron Root, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Incredible.
Yep.
stuff.
They were
People,
already coming up and saying, "Where do I get it?"
Yeah, some people thought it was a BTAC, one of the
Yeah,
BTAC
that's
editions.
Yep.
Average age given on it was 12. Most people thought it was 12 years old. Everybody was shocked when they found out that was a 29
Things
month
age
old
faster in Texas.
corn whiskey.
And they're fabulous. I mean, that was a terrific drum.
Yeah.
Number 4, we also brought along. We had to do it. Or wait,
Like
that's
5.
Yeah, that was number 5.
Right.
Oh, that Hubris
That
was 4.
4.
5 was
I remember.
Yeah.
Do
It's
you
a
want
break.
help?
yeah.
Tomato. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah. The distillery only
You
release.
knew that one as
Yeah.
well.
I knew there was another one in there before the next
Yeah,
one.
because we had to separate those.
Yeah.
So thanks to Mark Slinger, Mark had sourced a couple of the last bottles at Tomatin, distillery only, right? The exact cask that these guys had picked out of their top, was it 16 sherry bombs you did?
Yep.
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 So the very cast number, Mark Slinger had sourced a few. And as we got closer to the tasting, word got out that I would really like to get my hands on one of those. And Mark offered to do a very, very generous trade in order to get that into the tasting. And everybody got to try that Tomatin PX. And right, we were blown away by it again,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Very good,
Yeah.
fantastic whiskey.
Yeah.
Yep. Still, it's phenomenal.
Number 6 was Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
And people are yelling out, "Wow,
Yeah.
wow!" And he came up to score it, and he's like, "I think people got this one."
Yeah.
Doc sat down at the table, and I didn't want to give it up, but he goes,
Early.
"Wow's on the table.
Right?
Yep.
There's a bottle of Wow
I
on
heard
the
him
table."
yell out,
And I'm like,
ECBP.
Yep. I was like,
And the tasting
"What?"
hadn't even started.
Yeah, it hadn't
got-
even started.
I've got a virtual Dramin from Rolf Ephead, who was great fun
Yeah,
all
we
weekend.
got to wear the hat that you see. It's not really a
He's saying,
hat.
great to see you
Yes.
guys so happy and relaxed. Day 4 of the Glasgow gathering was all right
And
too.
I like his shirts.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is I spanked
He's a
him.
dude, doesn't he?
Yep, I
Thank you,
spanked
Rolf.
him.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Thank
Rolf.
you very much.
Boom.
175.
Woohoo!
Very nice. Very nice. A lot of people wanting to know what's going on
Yeah.
Isla.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
ECBP, it was an older bottling, 68%. People loved it. Ben Diedrich, Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, said he doesn't even like bourbon, fell in love with that one.
And
he's
they
gonna
actually had
look for it.
one in the store, but when the tasting was over, it was purchased.
Yeah, they had that exact
It's
bottle
not in the store anymore.
on the shelf at the
Boom.
Good Spirits Company.
And we will say the person that bought it gave fair chance for anybody to come in and buy it. They
In
didn't,
Glasgow.
and it got bought.
Yep.
And then there was a queue of people come out going, "Where's
Now, where's it
that
at?
ECBP?"
You know what? Gave you
Yeah, it
5
was
minutes.
It was
Too
I
late.
don't know what you were doing.
Bob Scullion, Bob, who's done such a fantastic job with the car, right? We should get
yeah.
Bill
Oh.
to do a drive
Oh,
by.
Is he
wow,
in?
yeah. Is he's in there?
Bob's in, and he's just given a virtual dram, and he said, "Looking
Awesome.
good, boys. Great to meet you on Saturday at the Bond
Now,
Sledge."
there were so many people there, but I
Thanks,
believe
Bob.
he jumped up on a
Sledge,
chair.
Bob. We should have been wearing Bob's t-shirts.
Oh, the
That's a missed
t-shirts were
opportunity,
great,
right?
Yes.
I've
Well-
got my t-shirt as well, Bob.
We were going to shoot this way with the
Right.
angle and
And
have the
then-
car in the
yep.
background, which has the decals on it.
Yep.
Right.
But we saw
Yep.
that nice green
Bowling
field and
field.
And just
stone
the
wall.
layout is it's all sloping ground
Yeah.
and
It's
things.
nice.
So.
Yeah.
Listen, there's going to be plenty footage of the car, but it's already attracting attention. And
Hey, Bill,
things.
just check mine and see if
Yep,
there's any
it
warnings
is.
about that. I couldn't see what the battery is. Hopefully
Well,
something will come up.
We'll know here. You're good. You're strong.
Just
yeah.
in case,
Yeah.
Looks
we might
good.
just shoot for another 5 or 10 minutes and
Yeah,
then
5 or 10 minutes. No,
and
you're good.
shut her
Just
down.
come on.
Yep,
Do you want to
yep,
pop in
yeah,
and say
come
hello
here,
to
pop
everyone?
in, say hi.
Just
You
say
too.
hello.
You're on
Yeah,
YouTube.
there's
Live on
hello,
YouTube.
dummies, right
More
into
like
the line.
2,000 people. Just say, hey.
One of the waitresses
hey,
from
she's
Katie's Bar
phenomenal,
took care of
phenomenal.
us.
Yeah, you did a good job.
They gotta say something. They want to hear your
But
Yeah,
you're
just
from
say
here and
hi.
you're from
Yeah,
Coleman
yeah,
as
let 'em-
well. So just
No.
just say hi,
Yeah,
dummies.
we want to hear your
I'll
accent.
just say hi.
No, say hi, dummies. These
Hi,
are the
dummies.
Scotch
Yeah,
test
you
dummies.
can say
so-
dummies. Hi, dummies.
Hi,
There's a-
dummies.
See ya, thanks. She's like, what? I don't want to be on your show.
My wife's calling.
Oh,
Yeah. Dude, she better see what she wants.
yeah. Take
Hi,
it live.
we're live on YouTube right now. Can I
Cool.
call you later?
Hey.
Bye. Oh yes,
Can't get
okay.
in trouble.
Gram number 7, the last one of the tasting.
Oh.
Roy, you brought.
Yeah. Well, actually, Bill, the guy behind
Oh,
the camera
yeah.
brought it. Bill wanted to bring something for the tasting, and I said, no, we're already covered. And the last in the line was Lagavulin 12, 2017. It just felt like an appropriate dram to have in there. And he said, I've got Moyne Oloroso. And Lagavulin 12 was kicked out of the lineup, then in came the Moyne Oloroso. And I don't think there was a single voice in that room disappointed by that move.
14-year Bunnahabhain, right?
No, non-age statement 2017 edition at 60.1%. The one that switched everybody on to just how powerful a prospect Bunnahabhain is in Moyne Bunnahabhain, the peated Bunnahabhain is in an Oloroso cask. And we got to try more Bunnahabhain today. We didn't get any Oloroso cask. We got Amontillado. We got did we get Marsala? Manzanilla.
Nope.
Manzanilla. And we had a couple of PX, the Moyne and the standard Bunnahabhain from PX. And that was a real treat to me at Bunnahabhain.
Wonderful.
Yep.
But how did the Moyne Oloroso go down? Really, really well.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
loved it. And you could smell that delicious sweet peat in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
it's
Rich,
good.
Well,
dark,
yeah.
delicious.
After the warehouse number 9 tasting today, myself and Bill both bought one of the Amontillado casks. Bottles. You can buy those at the distillery from that cask.
I may have bought one of those too.
Did you get one too?
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
it was
good.
just so delicious.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to sharing that with folk because
Yeah.
it's just wonderful.
Not a
wonderful
Moynier,
stuff.
so it's one of the unpeated Bunnahabhains, but the cask was amazing. And it's 14 or 15 years old, I believe.
Yeah. Shout out to
It's very
everybody at
nice.
Bunnahabhain who looked after us today because
Very
they were
nice.
really gracious. There's lots of things going on at Bunnahabhain, and in general, there's lots of things going on at the distilleries around the island because, of course, next week is Fishil, or Fishila, as Jackie wanted us
Or
to.
as we say, the Phage.
Yep. That way you're not
Or
wrong.
as they say here, the Island Festival.
That's right. We asked. We said, "How do we say this? How do we pronounce
It's
this
just
properly
call
in
it the
Gaelic?"
Island
And she said, "The Isla Festival."
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Wonderful stuff. Welsh Toro's in as well. They said that moyne was good. Welsh got to try the moyne as well. He enjoyed it too. Amy's in. Greg is in. Greg Unral. I've never seen your name before, my friend. Welcome in. Wonderful to see you joining.
Who's Welsh Toro? I don't remember him coming in as that name. What's his name?
You don't know Welsh Toro? No.
You need to-
Yeah,
Yeah. He didn't get introduced as Welsh Toro. So you have to tell me his name when we're
oh
off
no,
air.
he wasn't there at the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Toro wasn't. Welsh didn't.
Oh,
didn't
okay.
come in. He's in.
We
he's-
know
See,
Welsh.
you was loud. You was loud. Oh,
I know
you
what
don't
it is.
remember?
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
I always just go with your being funny and cheeky.
Believe me, if Welsh Toro was there, you'd
You
know
would
about
know.
it.
Oh,
You'd
okay.
know about it.
Okay.
You'd know about it.
That was an interesting deal. So we're meeting folks by their real name, and they would have to say who their online name was.
It was easier just to use
connect.
pretend
it was.
names, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The pretend names were being used everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The dummy and the bigger dummy,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then everybody's, introducing their names like, oh, who? Imagine welcome, and then say, oh,
Yeah.
much easier to use the pretend names. I've just had a question in from, it's just popped up.
Sarah Campos just sent in 10.
Mike is saying, how many bottles do you gents have so far? And we've also had Sarah Campos send in a virtual dram. Thank you so much, Sarah. Did you bring Roy any of that Iron Root Icarus? Interested in what his thoughts would be about that.
We did.
Yeah.
But we haven't drank it yet.
Right. Oh, you got some.
You've got at home.
Yeah.
We've
Pick
got some
up.
here.
Yeah.
They were asking how many bottles we bought to bring home.
Oh,
Yes, to bring home. Wow,
Bill's
7.
Bill's the one that's weighing down
He's
the car
ahead,
right now.
yeah, he's
7.
ahead of us.
now we had
Aside
a
from
we
my fat ass.
we had a couple given to us at the tasting. I've
Right, a lot of fans.
the Bunnahabhain I bought today is the first one that I've bought.
Okay,
Same.
right. And I didn't buy one yet.
So you haven't bought anything. So. Yep, we still got several in the suitcase though.
Right.
Yeah.
All I got to say.
Yeah. Thank you to all the fans that gifted bottles. Thank you very much.
Yep.
We did.
Books,
If
shirts.
Macallan Fine and Rare picks this up, we bust open his gifted bottle to me. He was very,
Oh,
very
yeah.
generous. He gave me a birthday gift, and we bust
That
that,
was very
open
nice.
in accommodation last night, and we all sat round together
Yeah.
and shared
Very
your
nice.
very generous Kalila 25. Thank you so much, Doc. It was wonderful.
Very nice.
All right. Well, I think that's probably.
I think we're good.
We
We're
need
going
to
to come
head
out
to
and
the
say,
pub.
why you guys doing killing our Wi-Fi?
There are lots we're doing, but of course we're filming a lot to share the experience with you later. And
Yeah.
the idea is that I put together a video, edit it. These guys are picking up lots of interviews and contents and things that they can share
Love it.
with you further down the line. And we have to remember we're not fully 2 days in yet, right? But it's going to go fast. We can already tell.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
going to go quickly.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'm feeling the same. Like it's that night again. Tomorrow we're on island. Tomorrow we're going home.
Sure.
It's always a horrible thing, right? But it's a toe in the water.
It's good.
you'll
And
come
we
back
had a
again.
toe in the water.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, literally.
Scotch it, you Scotch goths.
Cilantro.
Dummies.
Dummies.
We'll be here for a while.
Thanks to everybody that tuned in.
Everything else.
See you
Thank
at
you.
the pub tonight.